Hello guys, Kyotsuma here. Hope you enjoyed the victory. That's a good start of the season. Hopefully we'll get more wins. And thanks for the support. Keep supporting us.
Can I be your superhero?
Hey guys, welcome back to the other side of the coin. As you already saw in the intro, players are happy, the fan base is happy, we've got the 3 points. But let's be honest, it wasn't the most prettiest game by us. But look, I think we need to understand that, this was expected. It's only game one. Hopefully, as the games go on, we do play much better, we gel together. And yeah, it's going to take a bit of patience from us. But nonetheless, big 3 points from us. Look, in this video, what I want to talk about is just my thoughts around the lineup first. We'll talk a little bit about the match performance, touch up on the play performances. But mostly what I want to talk about is 5 talking points that I feel we need to discuss. So look, before we get into all of that, please guys, if you're here for the first time, subscribe, smash the like button as that helps me out massively, and hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content, guys. So please do that. So let's get into it. First of all, the lineup, guys. Look, my initial thought, let's just go through that lineup first of all. So you've got Kepa in the back, you've got Reece James, Andres Christensen, Zuma, Alonso, Kante, Jorginho, you got Kai Havertz, Ruben Loftus-Cheek, Mason Mount, and Timo Werner. So it was a 4-2-3-1. We played with a double pivot, and my initial thoughts when I saw that lineup, I was like, well, first of all, I was surprised that Jorginho started, because if you look at the history, especially last season, right at the end, Jorginho was barely used. And Frank was going with a lone DM and attacking aid, so I didn't expect Jorginho to start. So that was a bit of a surprise. It worked out nicely, as we'll talk about further. Mason Mount in the wings, I was like, well, if you've got Calamus and Odoi, why not play with a lone DM? Have Mason Mount. If you wanted to have Ruben Loftus-Cheek, have him. But play Calamus and Odoi either on the left or the right. So it was a bit strange to see Mason Mount on the left. And the rest, I guess I was okay with. Kepa in the goalkeeper position. I guess you guys could probably say that, well, Kepa Hero could have started. Reece James probably deserved to start, knowing that he's played most of the games recently, and Azpilicueta has just come back from the injury. So besides those 2 points, I think the lineup was okay for me. So now, in regards to the match itself, I think it's safe to say most parts of that match, the entire match, I think Brighton was forcing us, pushing us, probably the better side, better in terms of controlling the game. You could see that the way they were playing out from the back with possession. Most of the times we were playing on the counter, and some of the fans probably could look at that match and think, well, that's not like Chelsea. But as I said, this will take a bit of time to gel and whatnot. But having said that, I don't think we ever in that whole entire match allowed Brighton to have any clear-cut chances. Our defense in terms of Christensen and Zuma were very, very good. Even Reece James in defense. I think one thing we can definitely agree on is Tariq Lamptey absolutely destroyed Alonso several times. Lamptey, for me, he was a standout player in that match, let alone Brighton's best player. He was a standout player in that match. And yeah, overall, that particular defense wasn't too bad. We looked like we were getting better defensively. The goal that we conceded was obviously from a long-range shot. We could have done better to close that, but then again, Kepa honestly should have done better to save that, and we'll get to that as one of the talking points. In the forwards, I think Timo Werner, his pace was electric, his work rate, his movement, everything was beautiful. And that first goal, obviously, Brighton trying to play out from the back. Jorginho finds that opportunity to intercept, and he puts Werner through. Werner gets that penalty, and Jorginho, that classic style, scores that away. And then obviously the equaliser came after that great, I suppose, reaction, especially from Reece James, who is, he was a standout player. For me, he was the man of the match, and he really took the game on. That firecracker of a shot from midfield. And then obviously his corner that led to Zuma's goal. So overall, look, I think, as I said, it wasn't the most prettiest performance, but it was a performance that ended up giving us 3 points, which was, much appreciated. I suppose that's what we can look at. Now let's get into some of these talking points, which will cover a lot of these, information about the match itself and some player performances as well. So, first of all, one of the talking points is Timo Werner. I think, we've always been waiting for a striker like Timo Werner, and we've finally got it. His pace is so electric. The way he tracks back and then sprints forward is brilliant. The only thing I want to say is that the players in and around him, the likes of, we've seen Ruben Loftus-Cheek and even Barkley in the second half, they need to release him quicker. There was a moment in the first half where Kai Havertz gets the ball from a counter and he released Werner quickly. So he knows exactly what Werner can do if released early. His pace is something that we need to exploit against the team's oppositions. So this is something we need to learn, that pass the ball quicker to Werner so he can actually take advantage of his pace. So that's one of the talking points that I wanted to highlight, that Timo Werner's pace is so immense. He's going to be electric for us. He's going to score a lot of goals for us, but we need to give him that opportunity and release him quickly. Secondly, Kai Havertz. A lot of people after the match were talking about Kai Havertz was poor. I wouldn't say he was poor. I think what I would want to say is that he barely got the opportunity being in that right wing. I don't think that's his position. He's not an out-and-out winger, I don't think so. Had he played just behind Timo Werner, I think it would have been far more effective. He likes to have the ball and then find those passes, and it would have been so much better just behind Timo Werner. He would have released Werner much quicker. So I wouldn't say he had a bad game. I don't think it was the right position, and he wasn't given the ball quickly enough. He barely even saw the ball, to be honest, in the whole entire match, barring a couple of really, really good passes, which showed his talent. So that's a bit about Kai Havertz. I don't think we can be, harsh on him. He has to play I feel, more midfield or just behind Timo Werner. Now, Ruben Loftus-Cheek, the third talking point. I think that was, honestly, I know it's the first match. I don't want to be too harsh on him, but that was not a good performance from him. There was too many times I saw him jogging, and I hate that. I hate when players jog. Even when he's, tracking back in midfield, he's not tracking quicker. There was a few times where, Brighton found it too easy to cut through at midfield. Yes, both Kante and Jorginho did all right, and especially Kante, the way his work rate, his interceptions, he did everything possible to stop as much as he can, but he needed help. At the end of the day, those double pivots still needs help, and I don't think Ruben Loftus-Cheek was good enough in that sense. And his passing was slow as well, his movement was so. He needs to improve a lot, or else this team has too much quality to harbour a lazy player at this moment. So look, guys, I don't want to be harsh on him. I want this guy to get back that, season of 2018-19 under Sarri, that confidence back. I know he's had an injury, but hope he can come out of it. Next talking point is Reece James. Guys, this guy was electric from the get-go. His defense was solid. Going forward is always strong, but his strength, the way he was just bossing when he was defending, and even not, off the ball, in second ball situation against some of these Brighton players, he was so strong. And then, of course, in the second half, he took the game by the scruff of his neck, and that goal, that firecracker of a goal, he's always got that shot on him. You can see plenty of times last season as well where he gets into that position, but previously he didn't take too many shots. This time, I think as the confidence is growing, he's getting better and better. And of course, that corner as well, brilliantly met by Zuma. We got a bit lucky about that. Obviously, there was a cheeky finish at the end, but nonetheless, fantastic performance from Reece James. I think if he continues this way, without a doubt, he will definitely challenge Trent Alexander-Arnold as the best right back in this league. And massive future ahead of him. And the last talking point is Kepa, because I think it's over with Kepa. Honestly, I've tried to give him more chances, tried to back him. I'm still going to back him, but that shot from Trossard needed to be stopped. I know it fell right in front of him, but that's a save he needs to make. Yes, you can say defense needs to, close down that shot, but sometimes you can't. There's going to be chances where they're going to have long-range shots, and Kepa's got to do his best to save. There was one quality save that he's made, but that one was really purely based on him, and he had to palm that away. It was a shot that 100% a top goalkeeper needs to save. So hadn't been because of that, we should have seen a clean sheet, because all in all, Brighton really didn't create any clear-cut chances besides that, which wasn't even a clear-cut chance itself. So guys, those are the major talking points. I think, look, Fabrizio Romano, post-match win, Frank Lampard said about Kepa that he's happy with Kepa, but if they do get someone in big competition, he was basically being positive towards Kepa. But Fabrizio Romano, the transfer guru, he came out and he said that, look, Edouard Mendy's deal is completely done and dusted. He's going to be announced soon. So watch this space. We're going to see a new keeper, and that should change a lot of the issues. And overall, guys, look, in the midfield, Jorginho is good. As I said, his interception and his penalty was perfect for us. Kante, phenomenal engine. There's a reason why Frank Lampard wants this guy, and he's immense for his team, and you can see that. So yeah, guys, look, great match in terms of the points. We can improve a lot. I think the players that are injured in terms of Ziyech, Chilwell, Pulisic, Thiago Silva, he's not injured, but he will be back. They're going to change this team a lot, and they're going to give a lot, especially Ziyech. Him releasing Werner is going to be massive. He's going to be immense for us when he comes back. He's going to understand exactly what Werner needs, exactly what Kai Havertz needs. And Pulisic playing in the wings is going to add another dose of electricity from the forward side. So, and Ben Chilwell, he's going to upgrade our left back situation. He's not going to allow someone like Lamptey, destroy him. And Thiago Silva, as much as Christensen was fantastic, I think he had a very good game alongside Zuma. Solid performance in terms of defense. But when Thiago Silva comes back, I think together that whole setup at the back is going to be great. So guys, look, lots to look forward to. We move to the next game against Liverpool, and we have something to come up against. Klopp. We need to show him. He's been talking a lot of rubbish lately, so we need to show him up. So guys, if you've enjoyed this video, smash the like button. If you're here for the first time, subscribe. Hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content. Until next time, see ya.